Now this is a blast from the past and a half. Never in a million years did I think I'd see this again. The studio I worked at was commissioned by the Temperance Museum of Art to design a 3D virtual immersive explorable art piece to accompany an exhibit they were doing on the artist Francisco Goya. On their end they had all these ideas about which works to feature, floor plan sketches, and a theme. Something about him going blind if I recall correctly. We basically just had to make the actual space digitally for them. That studio went under a while ago, and nobody was too precious about saving our old files. I'd really thought they all were fully gone forever. Our main point of contact with the museum was a woman named Edna Green. She was who we'd check in with to report progress and send our latest work, and she'd communicate any changes they wanted done. Edna was a very nice woman, an absolute joy to talk to, a real gem, the least tech-savvy person on the face of the earth. It was hard enough talking her through installing the required software on her computer and getting it up and running, and then doing it again after she accidentally deleted it. Thrice. But somehow anytime a file that was mostly bug-free would land in her lap, it would suddenly become host to a bunch of new and interesting issues nobody else had ever seen before. It was almost impressive. I still don't know how she did it to this day. And of course it was always up to us to help her out because supposedly their IT guy didn't know how to help. I think more likely he was avoiding her. I know this is from her computer because you can actually see one of my favorite recurring bugs in this video. We had placeholder image textures for some of the paintings we didn't have high quality images of yet. Inexplicably, random.jpg files from Edna's computer would get pulled into the file and replace the placeholder image textures. It was actually kind of hilarious. The first time it happened she called us up and said, "What did you do? My kitchen is on the museum ceiling," and we had no idea what she was talking about. Some photo she had taken had replaced the texture for the cupola. It took us actual hours to figure out how to fix it for her. I cannot stress enough how kind of a woman she was. During her routine check-ins we wasted cumulative weeks worth of company time just talking about how our days were, or what was going on with her kid, or her book club, or the museum, or anything and everything not related to the commission project. Even despite the constant troubleshooting, getting to work with her was the highlight of that project. I shared this with some of my old coworkers and we've been reminiscing on those days. It's crazy seeing these little details and things we all remember working on so many years ago. It's probably evident, but the project was still pretty far off from being fully complete. Our deadline was February of 2011. We had just arrived to the office when we heard the news. Nobody knew what to do. We were just wandering around, saying we couldn't believe it. Eventually, our lead designer, who was kind of a prick, remembered he was in charge. He said to go home, that it seemed like our services were no longer required.